Yeah, g'day and welcome back. Here is another motel room, one of hundreds, thousands, and today we're having a look at a little bit about alchemy. So let's get started. So in every motel room, or pretty much every motel room in Australia, they leave a Bible, which is good, I guess. And I'm going to read it and then I'm going to make a statement, and yeah, you're going to think I'm crazy, but it's true. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. Well, I don't know if it's the face, but he was certainly hovering over the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. So the evening and the morning were the first day. Then God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Thus God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. So the evening and the morning were the second day. Then God said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together in one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called sea. And God saw that it was good. So I could read on here, but basically this is a full explanation of what happens with the matter in the vial. The whole Bible is basically a how-to of how to make the stone. It's been corrupted over a lot of centuries, and a lot of people added what they think and what have you, but basically it is. There's a couple of things else I want to show you in here that I want to shed a light on. I'll skip ahead a bit to chapter 3, and here we see the serpent. The serpent arises. He was very cunning, and he said to Eve, "You're not going to die if you eat the apple." I think it was apple, something like that. And she said, "Yes, we will." And he said, "No, you won't." Anyway, she ate it and it was good. And anyway, it opened their eyes. So they ate from the tree of the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, or of wisdom. And they became like the gods in that respect. And if you read that, that's what it says. And considering that, I'd just like you to consider the caduceus and Mercury, because after this, God put a divide between man and himself. Now, I just want to flip across to a little bit and bring your attention to this. Remember that there are two trees in the Garden of Eden. One is the tree of knowledge and wisdom, and the other one is the tree of life. And this is a little bit later on in chapter 3 of Genesis. And God said, then the Lord said, "Behold, the man has become like one of us, to know good from evil," or he's eaten from the tree of knowledge. And now lest he put out his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat, and lives forever. What is the fruit of the tree of life? And what is the promise of living forever? And behold, the man has become like one of us, to know good from evil. Anyway, it goes on about living forever and how God turned him out again, and the result was that that Adam and Eve had to toil and was further divided. You can imagine the division between God and man that occurred because of what happened. But consider this in relation to the caduceus of Mercury. 2 snakes, 2 trees, 2 fruits, and a division. And I can tell you that they are directly related. But that's not all. So this isn't the greatest translation, but it'll suffice. At the end of chapter 3, so God drove out the man, and he placed cherubim at the east of the garden, and a flaming sword which turned every way to guard the way to the tree of life. And the fruit of the tree of life is the fruit of alchemy. I can tell you that categorically, 100%. Last thing I just want to point out that will help, in my opinion, to tie in alchemy and religion, although I shouldn't use the word religion. So Moses had the produce of alchemy, and he had it in the Ark of the Covenant, and he stored it in the Ark of the Covenant in the pyramid. And when Moses did a runner, he cracked open that sarcophagus that was housing the Ark of the Covenant, and he took it, and they went out into the desert. And you could see that the Ark of the Covenant, the priest died actually because there was so much radiation. And now you have a firm understanding of a result that can occur from producing the stone of the wise. And I am not wrong, I'm 100% correct. I used to wonder what alchemy had to do with spiritualism and books like the Bible, and in fact all the characters in the Bible. And now with open eyes I can tell you that it's got everything to do with the Bible and the Quran for that matter, and all the characters in there. It's got everything. It's the history, it's the how-to, it's the vibe, it's everything. If you want to know how to make the stone, I'll show you. I won't show you, but I'll show you the right direction. This is my old phone, and I listen to books all the time. And one here is called Civilization Kit, and there's books on alchemy in here. Get this, it's got many different things on alchemy. Some good, some not so good, but there's a better one that I got. It's called Rams. Where is Rams? Rams, there it is. And if you think I'm a Rosicrucian, you would be incorrect. I actually am not affiliated with anyone, anything, or anyhow. So this is Rams, and the best one you could ever read, because he leaves nothing to the imagination, is my good friend Johann Glauber, great brother, and everything I learnt is through him. And here, for example, Aurum, you can see there's 3 books there. It's just incredible stuff this guy wrote back in the day. So go and get yourself the Rams one. That's probably the best one. And read all the books of Glauber, Johann Glauber. He made the salt, sodium sulfate, and certainly he's a really top bloke, and I can't thank him enough. So if you're listening, mate, yeah, I've said it publicly, thank you. So there you go. Read all those books of Glauber, and I can tell you that he leaves nothing to the imagination. So if you don't get it, as Paracelsus says, if you don't get it after reading that, you're an oaf. So maybe not an oaf, but maybe just read it 10 times like I have. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Just before I forget, there is one more thing I wanted to add, and that is if you come across videos or books or anything like that with alchemy and opening the mind's eye through meditation and opening up the pineal gland in your brain. On YouTube, how to open up your third eye or your mind's eye, and how to do all this stuff and be illuminated and all this sort of stuff. I can tell you categorically 100% that every single video on this subject is bull dust. It's not true. It's crapolly. It's Scheisenhausen. I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that unless you consume what has to be consumed, all these people are just feeding you lies. Don't believe it. Don't even look at it. Okay. God bless.